We are at Mesocoat in Euclid, where they're developing a new cladding technology that is revolutionizing their industry, and it is definitely not business as usual.
There's a lot of history in this building. This was one of the world's leading materials research centers in the 60s.
Decades later, Andrew Sherman is carrying on that tradition of developing, producing, and transitioning advanced materials technology through his companies Powdermet Incorporated and Mesocoat Incorporated.
Powdermet Inc. is a manufacturer of nano-engineered metals and ceramics. Mesocoat is a spin-out and a jumpstart portfolio company that was created to introduce these nanocomposite metals as coatings to protect metals from wear and corrosion.
Mesocoat became a jumpstart company in July 2008, and since then they've been developing a metal ceramic composition that replaces electroplated chrome.
Not the decorative chrome on bumpers or but the chrome is used to impart wear resistance and to rebuild parts. Think of the shock absorber in your car.
The problem is the current chrome plating process uses carcinogenic chemicals, but Andrew Sherman has a solution.
So we're greening the world by replacing that with a faster, higher performance nanocomposite coating that's applied essentially with a rocket motor.
He says this technology is revolutionary.
We literally are controlling and arranging matter at the nanoscale. This is the 50 to 100 nanometer scale. That allows us to design and do things that could never be done before. And that translates into competitive advantage and performance. So we certainly feel that we are the leading alternative, long-term alternative to chrome plating in the metal finishing industry.
Initially, the company is starting with small parts like shock absorbers, but they plan to grow quickly.
We identified, actually with a Navy project, they needed to protect the whole ship. So we actually licensed technology out of Oak Ridge National Lab, which actually creates an artificial sun in a bottle. And just like you burn little bugs with a magnifying glass, we use mirrors to focus that to actually fuse metal and ceramic coatings on very large areas. And this is kind of the baby. And what you have there is the first prototype plasma arc lamp system, and that creates conditions the aluminum reflector there. Inside of that, we create an electric arc.
When turned on, it actually mimics the condition of the sun by reaching 10,000 degrees. Here at Mesocoat, the technology isn't the only thing growing fast. The company began with just 3 people. It now has 17 and 20 open positions. In the next year, they plan to hire another 35. It's a good thing, but can also lead to challenges.
I have to manage organizational development, and it's one thing to be leading a company of 5 to 10 people, where it's very easy to talk and find out. It's very different at the 30 to 50 person level, where we need middle management systems and ways of communicating and keeping people focused on the same tasks.
Andrew is also very supportive of the company's intern program. 6 of their current employees actually started out as interns, and they play a big role in the company's success.
We're very different culturally, a lot more freewheeling, a lot more individualistic than a larger organization, but every person has a much bigger impact so that you stand out. And some people love that and thrive, and we've hired, I think about a half dozen, of them have come on full-time after they've graduated.
Michael Burke is an aerospace and mechanical engineering student from the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
This is Fe2O3 iron oxide with H95 aluminum and some iron in there as well.
He's been an intern here since June.
We're trying to get a thermolytic reaction to go off on a steel substrate.
Michael says so far he's enjoying the experience at Mesocoat, especially since it's a smaller company.
I like big companies. I like feeling part of something, big, far-reaching. But at this company, it's kind of nice because it's small, close-knit. Feel like what you do has much more of an impact on, processes and materials we're developing.
Kurt Gilbert is a current employee and former intern.
So this is kind of a model that we use to simulate the heating by the arc lamp.
He started at Powdermet Incorporated in summer of 2008, while finishing his sophomore year at Case Western Reserve University.
It's definitely a good way to ease into the company. They don't overload you too much. They give you a lot of work and see what you can do. And over the first 2 years, I learned a lot.
He says he was also relieved to get a job nearby so he could stay right here in the region. One Andrew Sherman says is at the epicenter for 4 of the top 5 coatings companies in the world.
We intend to become one of those, and we think the power of our technologies, of the nanotechnologies, and the change from polymeric to metal and ceramic based for longer life is simply revolutionary. We intend to be a billion-dollar company, so you heard it here first.
Mesocoat is also getting ready to expand from that building across the parking lot to the area you see behind me. Over the next 4 months, they're planning to cut down a dozen trees, and in their place, they're building a 12,000 square foot pipe plant. In Euclid, I'm Jennifer Boris with Western Reserve PBS.